10 in Wisconsin severely curtailed the rights of public sector union workers, decertified a lot of unions, it nullified a lot of collective bargaining agreements.
Here's some more exciting news. Act 10 in Wisconsin has been overturned. Act 10 in Wisconsin is one of those bills that have severely curtailed the rights of public sector union workers in the state of Wisconsin. And it decertified a lot of unions. It nullified a lot of collective bargaining agreements. And the decline of worker power in the public sector in Wisconsin is, frankly, a big reason for the shift in Wisconsin to the right, in my view. There's some studies that have come out analyzing worker pay and working conditions in Wisconsin 10 years after the passage of Act 10 in 2021 that we covered here on the program back in 2021, 3 years ago, that showed that teachers in Wisconsin, following the passage of Act 10, 10 years later, made on average $10,000 less than they did before the passage of Act 10. In addition to that, there emerged, where there was not before, a gender pay gap between men and women teachers in Wisconsin, with male teachers making something like 10% more than female teachers in Wisconsin, a gap that could not be explained by experience, education, time in the industry, or student performance. And so the passage of Act 10 and its aftermath was detrimental, extremely so, for workers in Wisconsin. And so the overturning of that is huge. Scott Walker, the governor at the time of the passage, is a national disgrace, and so it's great to see his legacy being overturned. The overturning of significant portions of Act 10 came specifically because Act 10 made a cutout for, quote, public safety unions. And it had this strange definition of public safety unions, cops and firefighters, that included some cops but not others. Specifically, it did not include the Capitol Police, nor did it include conservation workers, law enforcement conservation people who have the same arresting and all of those other authorities that regular cops do. And so the judge in this case said that the definition of public safety employee does not make sense. It is not consistent with precedent in Wisconsin history. And so therefore, I have to overturn the parts of the law that prohibit non-public sector workers from being able to have a union and have collective bargaining agreements, because I can't just say that the definition is wrong and leave it up to the courts later to decide what the right definition is, because it was the legislature that provided the weird definition. So I have to overturn the whole thing. So this is a huge win for workers in Wisconsin. Obviously, it will be appealed almost certainly. The defendants in the case, who are defending Act 10, said they will be appealing it. So that means it will go to the Wisconsin Supreme Court. But the Wisconsin Supreme Court, which is officially nonpartisan, does have a one-seat majority for the liberal types on the court. And so it is very possible that we see this ruling upheld at the Wisconsin Supreme Court because of the makeup of the Wisconsin Supreme Court. And so, yeah, really good things coming out of Wisconsin, and extremely excited to see that, and to see public sector workers in Wisconsin to have the opportunity to build worker power again. This is a huge, huge move, and it'll be great for public workers in Wisconsin. You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.